Hi,
Hello,
Mark.
hello.
Sorry, a few minutes late. Yeah, great. It's working now.
No worries, no worries. The most important thing is we made it to the call, right?
Yes, I was looking forward to it actually. So,
That's good. But we can jump in as well. But did you get the chance as well to review your
yes.
client acquisition system and submit edits?
Yeah, I went in and took a look at the thing. I'm very impressed. Looks very good. Uh,
Okay.
I have time to fill out the edit sheet. I thought we could
hmm
do it during the call.
So yeah, essentially the plan for today is right. We're gonna go through the front end of the client acquisition system. I'm gonna show you the back end and all the possibilities we have there. And in the end, I'd like to ask you questions as well, just to have a better understanding on
Yeah.
what's your plan moving forward and actually leveraging the system we're building here right now. Right.
Yeah, I did go through the webinar by Blackburn, and so I saw the back end. It was very impressive. So
hmm
yeah, let's do that.
But yeah, what regards to the edits, right? So after the call, I will send you once more the links where you can submit all the edits. Once you have time, you can go through that as well and submit all
Okay,
the edits you'd like to make.
sounds good.
But yeah, I'll share my screen as well, and we can jump straight in.
Yeah,
But have you seen this pyramid before?
no.
Okay, so yeah, a little bit of context on how we really built the client acquisition system, right? So based on extensive market research in various niches, various markets, so this is the structure for the clients, right? And on top we have, right, 3% of people who are ready to buy. They need some sort of call to action button, right?
Yeah.
Then we have 7% of people who are open to buying it. They need a little bit more context and obviously call to action button as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have 30%, right, who not think about the solution. But with the nurturing sequences and nurturing processes, it's possible to engage these people in the sales process as well, right? And then we have 30% who don't think they're interested, right? But over a longer period of time, best case, it may take months, worst case is years. Through constant nurturing, it's possible to engage these people here as well, right? And then we have bottom 30%, right, who know they're not interested. So they're usually called time wasters. It doesn't matter how good the product or service is, they're just
Yeah.
never going to take any action whatsoever. But yeah, a little bit of context. So we'll be focusing on capturing top half of these people here, right? Getting them into this process.
Mm-hmm. 40%.
Yeah. But I'm going to pull it up here as well, right? So here we have the headline, right? The description and the call to action button. So this part usually works for the 3% where they know something about you. They want to hop on a call and see how you can help them further, right? And here we have the text blocks of describing the transformation with you and how would the work with you look like, right? Here we have about you section, right? A little bit more about yourself, why you decided to help others and your past experiences as well. Here we have some certification badges, right? And again, headline, description, call to action button below. So, right, the homepage is very simple, right? Very structured, a lot of call to action buttons because our goal is to get them into the meeting, right? That is the most important thing.
Yeah.
And then we have the program part, right? So a little sneak peek into the modules, and here we have the modules outlined as well, right? It's always the headline, outcome, and description of this module. And in your specific situation, we have 8 modules. So essentially, it will be the 8-week program. Is that right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, here we have the divider as well, right? Who is it for and who is it not for? Just so we don't waste time on people who are not really our specific demographic that we're trying to focus on.
Mm.
And again, about your section and call to action button below. And then we have the free resource, right? So we have created a lead magnet for you. So once somebody downloads the freebie, right, you could possibly take them through the lead generation funnel and you can get them into the meeting, right?
So have you already created this, or I have to create the content here?
So this is already created, and once the client acquisition system is finalized, then of course the team will deliver you all the assets as well.
Okay.
But yeah, here are also actionable insights into the ebook and why should they download this, right?
Okay.
And yeah, all the other buttons on the website will direct to this page where they can book a call with you, right?
Mhm.
Pick available slot and schedule the meeting. But do you have any questions regards of the front end of the system so far?
No. I know we can talk about editing it myself also later, right? The 8 modules and all that we can develop later.
Yeah. I'll send you the materials over and you can
Yeah.
submit the edits once you're ready. Now you mentioned right you saw the video about the backends, but how familiar are you with the CRMs overall?
I've used it in my business, like when I was with the corporate, but not all parts of it, right? Where we usually just feed in the leads and pipeline and the profit margin and all that, not everything here.
Mm. Yeah, okay, I see. So a little bit of familiar, but
Yeah,
have you heard about the platform called Go High Level as well?
no.
Okay, but I'll run you through as well, and now we have made a lot of improvements here in the backend as well. But essentially from here, right, this is the dashboard, right, to see the overview of your coaching business. And we have a funnel here as well, right? See exactly where in the sales process people are stuck in, and all
Mm-hmm.
the overview will be covered here.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have to build your product part, right? So there's always two options. If you need help with building out the program or you want to do it by yourself, that is the second option. But from here, essentially, when you have all the materials ready, right, structured and ready to sell, you can upload the materials into this system here. And
Yeah.
then when somebody, for example, have bought it from you, right, they will receive their own login details and they can access everything from this system here.
Okay.
Then we have the attracting clients part, right? So the marketing piece. So, right, always two options. If you need help with building out the marketing or you want to do it by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially from here, you have the possibility to link your social media accounts, right? And even create email campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
This can be done from here. Then we have to convert leads, right? So essentially from here, you could build out different front ends, sales funnels, in addition to what we have already built for you, right? Then we have the automate your business, right? So if you like systems and workflows, for here you could create a lot of different ones as well. But we
Mm-hmm.
already have created for you 5 workflows, I believe. Did Sai in his video go through the workflows as well?
So can we host, one question I had was, can we host content, like webinar or anything on the platform, or like if I also load videos?
You mean as in a sales funnel or
Yeah, as part of the sales funnel.
so technically, yeah, it's possible. Eventually, then you would need to build out another sales funnel for only the webinar, right? So essentially, where's the webinar, they can go through the funnel and eventually maybe book a call with you or however you
Yeah,
want to finish that, right?
yeah. So basically, if I want to do a master class and say that, join this, and then end of the master class, they can sign up.
Yeah, exactly. That can be done, of course.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, here are a bunch of workflows set up for you as well, right? So the
Yeah.
appointment booking, right? When somebody schedules the meeting, they will
Mm-hmm.
get the confirmation about the booking and a bunch of reminders as well, just to make sure that these people will show up.
Yeah.
And with the freebie as well, right? When somebody downloads the freebie from the website,
Mm-hmm.
this will be sent to them automatically. So we don't have
Yeah.
to send these out manually as well.
Yeah.
Then we have rank on Google, right? So essentially from here, you can do the search engine optimization, making sure that when people are searching specific keywords proper to your niche, right, that you would appear in the top in the Google
Okay.
ranking as well. And then after reviews, right? So essentially from here, you could send out review requests where all
Mm-hmm.
the testimonials and reviews will be positioned. And then we have the contact list, right? So all the people that are opting into the funnel, they will be listed here. You see exactly
Mm-hmm.
when did this person opt into the funnel and have a tag here as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
You book an appointment, download the freebie, or did both. To know exactly
Mm-hmm.
where this person came from, right? Then we have the calendar, right? So essentially from here, you could link your Google Calendar. Then we have the inbox, right? So from here, you could send out messages and emails. And this is where the conversations between you and potential clients will happen, right? Here we have the payments piece, right? So all the processed payments will be covered here. And here we have the opportunities, right? So all the people that are opting into the funnel, you see the different stages they are in the journey, right? Did they opt into the funnel are hot leads, meeting schedule, people need follow-ups and close deals as well, right? So we have a good overview about the client journey from here. And then there's few additional improvements we have made here in the backend. So the first one is the Business Accelerator Mastermind, right? So essentially from here, there are two options, right? Option one is we deliver the client acquisition system and you start doing your thing. But the second option is that you're going to need help with building all the systems and the backend systems in place to be able to achieve the starting goal with your coaching business in the next 90 days, right? And the second option is where Sai and his team will come in, help you build everything, starting from the niche, ending up to the authority positioning, right? Making sure that you are the authority figure, like all the aspects of the coaching business to be fast track to results in the 90 days. But yeah, this will have a capacity, right? So we can only work with 20 highly committed coaches per month. And why we do 20? Because we do have a heavy guarantee. And second of all, reviews and testimonials make or break your business nowadays, right? And we're in the trust and credibility business. And of course, we want to stay in that position as well. And you have researched us, right? So you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that step is invitation only. And yeah, these would be the essentially the 5 steps what we'll be focusing on, right? Having a clarity of who is going to be our niche, making sure that these people are actually willing to invest in themselves, right? And the second one, once we have the niche covered, we need to build a irresistible offer, right? There has to be a strong desired outcome, takes short amount of time and requires little effort and sacrifice. So yeah, without a long-lasting business, without a good offer, we don't have a long-lasting business, right? The third step is the marketing and the lead generation, right? So we started off using joint venture partnerships. Now, have you heard about joint ventures before?
Not only in property investment, not in this.
Hmm. So yeah, essentially how it would work in a coaching, right? So you would be partnering up with other coaches that are same or similar niche like yourself, but they already have a proven audience, right? So you
Okay.
can use it to your favor, like
Mm-hmm.
speaking engagements, podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
social media, like different variables from that as well. And once we have the marketing on point, right? So we have qualified leads coming to our system, we need to actually convert those people as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Focusing on closing the sales.
Yeah.
And the fifth one is authority positioning, right? Making sure that you are the expert in your field. When clients are looking for the help, you are the person to go to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Focusing on building the credibility naturally, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's different variables to that as well, but we'll be discussing that in a second as well. But do you have any questions regards of the back end of the system so far?
No. Okay.
Okay, gotcha. You found a friend there, yeah?
Yeah, minute I sit on the sofa, she wants to climb onto my lap. That's
That's sweet. But I'd like to ask a few questions as well, just to have a better understanding on what's your plan moving forward and leveraging the system, right? But yeah, essentially, I saw from your client acquisition system, but I want to hear it based on your words. Like, what is the purpose of you as a coach and who exactly is your ideal client?
so I want to look at women leaders, especially I want to do more of group coaching and through corporates rather than one-on-one. If I'm doing one-on-one, obviously if I have to charge really high price to make up for that time. Um,
Hmm.
and I want to reach out. I have 24 years of corporate experience, have the credibility. I'm a woman in tech and I have multiple awards in this space in the UK.
Hmm.
And I'm also a speaker. I'm working on a book. So I want to establish myself as a woman who's gone through corporate, and I want to support other women to be leaders and to overcome their limitations. I know there are lots of other women doing this in the same space, but I want to, yeah, build my credibility in terms of Because a lot of other coaching programs have the same structure of having a vision and then have a path, whereas I tell about working on the inner self discovery piece, because women carry a lot of baggage. We come with some preset ideas of what we can and we cannot do. So
Mm,
finding what is holding you back, and that is a big piece. So that's the triple E framework where you explore yourself, then you empower and elevate so that you have lasting impact. So women
mm.
leaders and women entrepreneurs are my target audience. When I say leaders,
Okay.
I'm not looking at executive, but I feel all women can be leaders. It could be, 5+ years in any industry,
Hmm. Okay. I see. And
especially tech-enabled industry.
mhm. Okay, got you. That makes sense. But before we talked about a little bit about the program, right? But essentially, this is something you have structured and ready to sell, or?
I have worked, I've got some brochures, I'm already going out to market, but I'm not actually, I used to do a lot of one-on-ones in when I was doing full-time work, but I've not done this at a scale.
Mhm. Okay, so essentially, this is something that needs to be
A lot more to
structured.
be done. Yeah, otherwise,
Yeah.
definitely I want an accelerated start. I can do this on my own very slowly and go out to market, but I'm looking for any help available. But at the same
Hmm.
time, I don't have lots of money to invest in lots of things. So I'm doing step by step. So I'm getting my media video created, etc. But I'm happy to invest if I'm assured of an outcome.
Hmm. Okay, so you're be interested in taking the fast lane, right? Shortcutting the
Yes.
results. Okay, got you. But yeah, when it comes to the group coaching, right? But do you have any idea so far what it is you like to be charging for that, or?
Yes, well, in the UK, I was checked the market prices and I saw that if it's a 1 day workshop, kind of 1 day coaching for a group of people, then it is about £1,500 um, per head. And
Hmm.
if it is, there are people who charge up to like a package of £10,000 for 5 sessions.
Hmm. Okay, that makes sense. That's a good starting point, I think.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the marketing piece, right? It's driving traffic and attracting clients. What would be the current plan of doing that?
I don't have much plans now. What I am doing is on LinkedIn predominantly because I have about 5,000 people on there and have some credibility. So I'm not much on Instagram. So I'm just doing little videos about women, but nothing spectacular yet.
Hmm. Okay, I see. But yeah, we wouldn't really recommending to start off with paid ads as well, right? Like ads are great when you get to that 250, 300K a year mark, right?
Yeah.
Because at that point you have the trust and credibility behind your brand, and
Yes.
that's work wonders to scale. But yeah, however, to start off, right, the first 150 and 250K a year is really more about exposing you as an expert, right?
Yeah.
And the main avenue for that should be the joint venture partnerships, right?
Okay.
But by the way, what it is that you do outside of your coaching?
I do consulting in the social sustainability space. Social impact. So that's the reason if you see my LinkedIn, I'm keeping it not as a coach. I'm calling myself as a growth and impact advisor. So I
Mm,
not, and that will be my differentiator because coach have a standard way of asking people to explore and find their own way, whereas I
yeah.
can bring a prescribed strategy for success. So if you're a woman entrepreneur, I have my corporate experience to tell how do you develop a strategy. I also have
Mm,
Harvard Business School experience, London Business School experience to say how do you develop it. So it's not just for organizations, but it's also for individuals. How do you grow and create impact? So those are the little
mm.
edits I'll be doing to my website as well.
Okay, so essentially this is the coaching business, right?
Yes.
Or mm,
So
okay,
I'm
I
not
see.
differentiating as coaching or consulting. I want to be
Mm,
like advisory.
okay, I see.
Yeah.
Just using a little bit different words there, right?
Yes, because there are too many coaches. I have a coach myself for my when I left my company, and she calls herself a high stakes mentor. Just because the coaching space is very crowded, but what she does is predominantly coaching. So I
Mm,
wanted to position myself as a growth and impact advisor, but basically comes under the transformative coaching.
mm, okay, I see. And how long have you been doing that for?
I started last in April, and I do it for a couple of companies. I don't do it for individuals.
Okay, got you. Yeah, but when it comes to that, right, the consulting and as you said, the impact advisor, right, business. Let's say ideally over the next 12 months, what would be the goal revenue-wise?
I want to get to 150K 1 year.
Okay, first year 150K a year.
Yeah, that because that's what I was earning before I quit my job. So I want to get to my baseline salary.
Mm, I see, I see. But how far are you from the goal right now? Are you
Oh, I'm not right now. I'm just with the consulting piece. I get about 20, about 36,000.
okay? Got you. Okay, that makes sense. But once you get to that point where you're actually able to generate the starting goal of 150K a year with the coaching business purely, like
Mhm.
what would be different for you in that moment?
Sense of achievement because this is where I want to be. I gave up my 25 years well-paid career. So I want that confidence and surety and sense of proving myself.
Hmm.
And I'm
Okay.
something passionate about. This is what I want to do for before
Hmm.
rest of my life. And at some point, grow it to a point that I have a team and I do spend less time on this.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
Mm.
And right now, it seems like overall, the structure, the guidance, and of course, making sure that all the systems are in place, right?
Yeah.
And also the marketing piece, right? You mentioned as well, driving traffic towards your business. But is
Yes.
there like anything else that's like truly holding you back?
Uh, yeah, just basically I don't know how to launch. As you said, I'm struggling to set up my personal brand and why would people come to me in this crowded market? And it is quite
Hmm.
hard being a woman of color in the UK. I don't know where you are based, but it's quite hard where people want to work with people who look like them.
Hmm. Okay, I see. No, I'm currently based in Thailand actually, but I'm from Estonia originally.
Okay. So UK can be very restrictive in terms of how much they take on with people of color, doing things, telling them what to do. It's okay if
Hmm.
you're in a corporate, but if you're an individual, you really have to elevate your brand that they would want to come to you,
Hmm.
especially corporates.
Okay, so as you mentioned, the personal brand, right? This
Yes.
is this is the biggest struggle you have right now.
Yes.
Okay, understood. But yeah, just to let you know that out of hundreds of these calls we have every week, we're only working with 20 coaches per month, right? To eliminate the trial and error and shortcut to getting results in 90 days. And yeah, eventually the head coach would make that decision on who is in and who is out. But when it comes to urgency, right? Let's say if like anything would be possible in the coming 90 days, how far would you like to be or what would you like to achieve?
By 90 days, if I can close one corporate deal, that would be great.
Hmm.
Sign up
Okay.
a client, a big proper corporate client.
Hmm. And have the systems in place as well, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And have the systems in place to deliver it too.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
But now you have this built for you, right? But what is the next step? What kind of budget do you have, and what is the plan allocating the budget to your coaching business?
I have nothing like that in mind. I'm just spending when there is a need. So I I don't have a pot of money set aside for this
Hmm.
because I'm not
Okay.
working. So I don't have a traditional income to
Hmm.
have whatever has came through the settlement. I've set aside some money for this.
Okay. But yeah, I will give you a little bit of context as well, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously this is a business, right? And you have option one is you know how to have the skills, you know how to do structure, high ticket offers, how to build funnels, and so on, right? But option is that, as you mentioned, you want to shortcut to getting results in 90 days, right? So you
Hmm.
need guidance in order to support everything.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, then you're going to need a budget.
Yeah.
But what is the plan then?
Yeah. I need to know what is the expectation. Then I have to see where I get the money from.
Hmm. Well, yeah, I wouldn't be able to provide point out because we provide solutions for our clients, right? So there's different variables. Obviously, we're not gonna just sell you any course, right? We personalize things for you. So it will be really hard to answer, but you should be estimate somewhere between ten to $15,000. That's what it typically takes to start working with us and get the results. And yeah, I know we have a heavy guarantee in place as well.
Yeah. I thing is I need that assurance, right? If I'm going to, I don't think 15,000 is too high, but if I stretch to a 10,000 investment, I need to know that it'll definitely pay off. So I need some
Mm,
credentials, and I know you put testimonials, but it'll be great to hear from them as well in terms of out of 20, how many do make it
hmm.
time?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And obviously, yeah, we will do the 80% of the part, right? So, but all the other 20% needs to be up to you as well, right? And you need to show up and do the work as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, we're gonna do everything, right?
Yeah.
But but yeah, first of all, thanks for sharing that with me. I think that was great. I think we had a good conversation. But yeah, as I mentioned before, we only had 20 coaches, right? But based on what you just shared to me today, I do believe there would be opportunity for the collaboration. Not just to help you with that, but to actually build a long-term relationship, right? But yeah, I would like to invite you to the next step of the process. Is that something you'd like to do?
Yes, I would like to do. Yeah, I just want to know more information, what the coach's expertise are. Do you have presence in the UK media? Because some of the examples that Sai had talked about in webinar was more in America, Kaylee's, and then we had Anelia in Albania. But the media coverage, elevating your brand, etc., do you have reach in the UK? That's my primary question.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a good question, and I think obviously the head coach would know to tell you exactly how should be. But I do believe, based on my knowledge, that there is in UK as well.
Yeah. So if I'm going to invest, I need to know more details. I need to know
Yeah, of
what
course.
people I'll be talking to, the possibilities of what kind of joint ventures are the established coaches here with whom I'll work. So I
Hmm.
need tangible things before I decide to invest. Because when we go in and Google Coach Foundation and look at Reddit, they're all mixed comments, right? There are always people who say it's a scam and they don't do it. I lost money. And there are also people who say it's helpful. So now that I'm talking to someone inside, I want to have that proper validation. I don't, because it's hard earned money. It's not something I can afford to put it away and not
Yeah,
take it. I'm 100% invested in it because this is all I'm going to be doing. So there's no doubt about me bringing the 20% of effort, but I need to know that 80% is valid,
yeah.
credible, works in this region. Because I have gone and spoken to coach similar programs, but they're more US based. They had like all the coaches in US, they had like one coach in UK. That didn't help me, so
Mm.
I didn't do that. So I need to know what you have in the UK.
Hmm. Yeah, I totally hear you. And but what we can do, right? But I will lock in a spot so you have a spot to talk with a head coach.
Mhm.
And what we can do is we'll check quickly the time when is how would the schedule look like.
Yeah.
What's the time in the UK right now?
It's 12:45 in the afternoon.
12:45. Got you. And how is your day today? Do you have something planned in the evening or you're pretty like
Yes,
open?
it's quite busy actually. Today is the day I consult. So one day a week I consult for the organization. So give me 1 second.
Because what we can do, I can send you a, a email as well with one of where you can choose and take a call with one of our clients just to see how their journey have been working with us and going forward before you have the call with the head coach. So have
Yeah,
that
that
clarity as well, and I think that would be helpful.
yeah.
But yeah, then I think tomorrow would be better, right? If you say you're kind of busy today, or
Yeah, tomorrow afternoon will be better. Just 1 minute. Today, what kind of time were you thinking?
So I see today we have 4:20 p.m. your time or 5:35 p.m.
No, I can't do both today.
And
So if
there's one more 3:05 p.m.
no, what about tomorrow?
Yeah, so tomorrow we have one option that's 12:15 p.m. your time.
No, I can't do that. Tomorrow I have a personal commitment.
Okay, what time tomorrow would work for you? I will check.
I can do anytime between 3 and 4.
Give me a second. So 3 p.m. 5, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. So you said between 3 and 4.
UK time, yeah.
Okay. I think we can do that. But give me a second. I will send you the invite as well. So I sent the invite now for 2:15, but I will modify that and yeah, give me a second. I will. Okay, there's 2:15.
So this is with another coach, just to another client.
No, this is the call with the head coach, and I will send you the email over as well, where you can book a call with one of our clients and ask them through how their journey have been working and going with us, right? So you have a clear picture on that side as well.
Will it be UK based client? Do you have UK based clients?
Yeah, of course we do, and I can arrange that as well. Yeah, no
Okay,
worries.
thank you.
But yeah, then I will send you a few emails over as well, right? One is where you can go through the review and edits. No worries if you don't get the chance to go through that by tomorrow and submit all the edits. Nothing will happen from that. But the
Yeah, I
second one is
don't think I can do it by tomorrow. I'll do it over the weekend and send it next
yeah,
week.
yeah, of course. But the most important thing would be the 5-step framework, right? So I'll send you an email. Make sure you just look at it, and obviously tomorrow the head coach would break everything down for you.
Okay.
And then I'll send you essentially I'll send you 3 emails over, and one is where you can speak with a client as well.
Okay. Is this Giulio Moro?
Yes, Julia.
Oh, sorry.
No worries, no worries.
So you said you're going to change it, right? It's coming at 2:15.
Yes, I modified it.
Okay, I've not got the modified one yet. Ah, yeah. 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Yeah. That has come from your mail ID. The other one came from Julia.
Yeah, I changed the date a little bit, or timing, I mean. But yeah, I'll drop you all the emails over. Just so the next step essential would be make sure that you got the chance to go through the framework or just look at it, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll send you the email as well when you can contact one of our clients and see how their journey have been using and implementing all the strategies.
Okay.
Okay, and you take
Thank you
it
so
from,
much.
yeah, no worries.
Thank
But have
you.
a wonderful rest of your day and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.
Okay, good luck. Bye bye.